Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again with another throwback review. This is Lego Batman movie set number 70914, Bane Toxic Truck Attack. It's got 366 pieces, 3 minifigures, and it retailed for $50 when it released in summer 2017 as part of the second wave of Lego Batman movie sets. Nowadays, you'll find it for an average price of $100 brand new on Bricklink, although at the time I'm recording this video, which is mid-May 2024, they're going for like $160 sealed in the US. I bought this in December of 2021, according to my Brickset collection tracker, so it's been quite a while that it's taken me to build this. But I got it on eBay for about $85, which I thought was a pretty fair price for such, like a rare retired set that has the best Bane minifigure ever made. But yeah, 160 is nuts nowadays. Before we get into the review, I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. Starting with Batman, this minifigure is pretty similar to all of the other ones for the LEGO Batman movie: black outfit, utility belt piece, and a batarang. His second one is clipped to his vehicle. He did come with a bit of back printing, but what was really special about all of these figures were the faces, which were very different from regular Batman faces at the time. This reverse side, as you can see, just had the standard eyes, but what was really unique about most of the Batman movie minifigures is that they had these like super expressive eyes on the headband, so you got some really nice facial expressions like this one. Next up is Mutant Leader. He's holding a flaming torch. I don't know what that's all about unless he's trying to like set fire to the radioactive waste. I have no idea who this guy is. I've never heard of him in any other context outside of this set specifically. That's where I first heard about him, and it's where I've last heard about him. He is a nice minifigure. I mean, he's got great torso printing with some like scratches and scars. He has the smallest bit of leg printing just on the hip piece for his belt. That feels like really nice and does not feel like the kind of thing that we'd see from Lego nowadays. I feel like that would just be left plain. Although, of course, this was a Lego Batman movie set, and all of the Lego movie sets had a way higher budget than regular Lego sets, and you could really see that with the minifigures, because this guy even had printed arms in just like a regular set for such a minor character. So that's a really nice touch. His face print looks good, I guess, but I cannot speak to the accuracy of this guy at all, because, I mean, the Harley Quinn animated show has a bunch of obscure DC characters, but I haven't even seen him pop up on there. So if anyone in the comments can give me more information, feel free to. I just didn't even really think he was worth Googling. But of course, the real star of the show is Bane. This is the only time we've gotten him as a big fig, and it is without a doubt the best Bane we have ever seen. He has this like huge backpack attachment where he's getting all of his venom from. It's built pretty nicely. I especially like this kind of telephone piece at the bottom that's like filled with canisters of the venom. And like, oh, that piece is not pushed in as much as it is on the other side. Whoops. But the whole figure just looks really nice. I love these like curling tubes that like go straight into his arms. These are an exclusive mold. They're just regular big fig arms, but with a hollow stud attachment on them. And they've never been seen in any other set since. They are only in this one set. The same obviously goes for like the body mold, although that's a lot more common with big figs. Body molds won't be repeated. Nowadays they are, because now big figs have like movable heads, as we've seen with like the latest Hulk and Thanos figures. But this Bane is just done incredibly well. Again, the budget is like exquisite. He's super hunched over, which is a little bit awkward. Like, I don't love the shape of his head, but his mask is really great with molded detail and plenty of great printing. As you can see, his body is dual molded because this entire coat piece is fully separate, and it really does look like he's wearing a coat. And I really, really like this fur lining. He's got sand green pants and black boots. The pants do have pockets on them, and you can see like little lining details going around the base of his coat right above his belt. And yeah, it's such a cool figure. I really, really like this guy. The Lego Batman movie had some great big figs in general, because Killer Croc was also a standout. And so I'm really glad to finally have him in my collection. He is the main reason that I bought this set. There are a couple of side builds in this set. First, we'll take a look at Batman's vehicle, which is the Whirly Bat, I think is what it's called. This is from something, I don't know what, like an animated show or the comics. I do recognize it. I think it's a hilarious build. It's like this little scooter thing with some handlebars and bat wings and then a single like rotor thing on top. And it's just ridiculous and wacky, and I think it works really well. It's almost like a polybag build, honestly, but I mean, it's definitely good enough to add some play to the set. You've got his second Batarang clipped on there, and then Batman can just sit down over here and then grab onto the handlebars, but I'm not going to like pose him up to that degree right now. But he does look pretty nice sitting on the thing, and I mean, you can spin the rotor, so it's got pretty much all you need from a Batman vehicle. As for the second build, it's like a bit of toxic waste, I guess, for Bane to just throw around. You've got some really nice Ace Chemicals stickers on the side of this thing. And sorry, let me bring it a little bit closer. But yeah, that's a really nice sticker design. This whole thing can kind of spin freely. And the reason for that is that you can hit this printed caution piece and you can launch out these canisters of radioactive waste, which are really just nice, simple little builds with the steering wheel piece on top and then like a transparent neon green, like a bit of ooze, I guess, for lack of a better term. Transparent neon green, I don't think that's a color that's made anymore because it is 2024 now. And so it is nice to see these older, like transparent neon colors in sets. Bane's Toxic Truck itself has a really nice orange and black color scheme. It does have some gray highlights too, but I really like the orange. It's not what I would expect for Bane, but I think it really makes this thing pop. And I like the 6-wheeled configuration, so I always liked the look of this set. I just never got around to buying it back when it first released. I do love all of the scuffed up sticker designs. I kind of wish those parts were printed because there are like a bunch of stickers just in this area of the truck, but they look really good and they are kind of metallic, so that's cool. You've got like Bane's teddy bear logo on the flags, which I think is a really nice little touch, and they do frame the cockpit really nicely. I don't know how Mutant Leader sees out of that windshield with the like big engine covering it, but all of this feels very on brand for Bane, you know, like the ruggedness, the like heaviness of the machinery. It just feels really good. The headlights, the instructions show them like tilted straight, or I mean like sticking straight up like that, but I think they look way better tilted back. And then the wheels honestly could be a little bit bigger because they do seem kind of small. Like again, I was just talking about like the ruggedness of the vehicle. Having even larger wheels, I feel like would be pretty cool because these just feel a little bit small for the wheel wells. But that's pretty much my only real complaint here. There is like some nice functionality. As you can see, it doesn't really have suspension per se, but the wheels can move independently at the back, and that would allow it to kind of clamber over terrain. So let me just take this stack of minifigure stands that I use to like show the minifigures. But yeah, you can see that it can just, well, I mean, maybe this isn't the best example, but it can clamber over pretty well. You know, like I feel like this is a lot of fun to just put a little obstacle in this truck's path and then watch it crush it beneath its wheels. The rest of the truck has some pretty nice details as well. There's more stickers at the back. There's a big canister of toxic waste here. Oh, and I guess there is room to put the other two, so I didn't realize that. But yeah, you can just kind of stack up the other canisters, or maybe even put them on their side. They don't fit in there perfectly, but you could just imagine Bane like throwing them out at Batman, and I think that that's pretty great. I really like, again, the transparent neon green color. It just really shines. And then you've got like a lot of space in the truck. If you lift up this gun, you have a little stickered console behind the steering wheel, but this is where Mutant Leader sits. It is like pretty well covered. I thought it was going to feel a lot more open air. I mean, there's no doors or anything to this truck, so I don't really know how they get in. But yeah, he sits down in there and he's very protected because Bane actually just gets up on top between these bars and his feet do secure to a couple of studs. And once again, let me kind of raise this up. But yeah, then he can kind of grab the gun. And I say grab because he's not actually holding it, but it looks perfect, you know? Like it's not quite in his fingers, but you can totally get the effect. And this is a six stud shooter, which will shoot out like 3 studs and then 3 of these like little grenadey things. I'm not going to do it now because these were actually a pain to get on, like these bigger pieces. They were falling off a lot when I was trying to put them on. but there's also a little targeting thing, and that is just a printed minifigure magnifying glass, which looks absolutely fantastic. I didn't even realize that that was in this set, but it's a really nice detail, and as you can see, it lines up perfectly with Bane's hunched over face, so you can really imagine that he's aiming at stuff. And so it can aim upwards to kind of, like attack the whirly bat from the sky, so I think that that's pretty good. But you can also, if you move Bane's hands a little bit, angle it downwards, although it kind of just starts to fire into the truck itself, so maybe it needs like a little bit more range. But yeah, I just think that how Bane attaches to this truck, and again, how protected Mutant Leader is back there, like you can't get him through the windshield because there's an engine covering it, and everything around is like super, super enclosed for a vehicle that's so open air. Here are the extra parts for this set. You do get 3 of the extra like grenade missile things, so you could just put all of them on the stud shooter if you want to. The box for this set is a standard thin $50 box size with the regular Batman movie branding. I really like the art, like with all of the spilled toxic waste, and you've just got Batman in the top right corner with his charming smile. On top, you have all 3 of the minifigures, and then around the back, you've just got some of the play features. This set contains 2 small instruction manuals. At the back of the first one, you do have an ad for all of the second wave Batman movie sets. That Batwing set is still fantastic. That's another one I bought, like, not in 2017, but in, like, 2020. And I honestly think that this Scarecrow set might be the only one that I don't have at this point of the Batman movie sets. And then all the way at the back of the second manual, you've got a bunch of different ads. So you've got the Ultimate Batmobile, which is another fantastic set. Like, this is probably one of my favorite DC sets of all time. I'm constantly building and rebuilding it. I actually brought it with me to California, although I haven't had a chance to rebuild it yet. It's just a wonderful, wonderful set. And then you've got ads for like the app, and then the lego.com/Batman movie, and then just all of the DC superhero sets. And oh, that's kind of depressing. I guess this was the last time we got Justice League sets. Yeah, 2017. So yeah, we have not gotten Justice League sets since 2017. So it's been like 7 or 8 years. That's kind of nuts. Overall, I think that this is a pretty great set. I think it's a great value for $50 back in 2017. I did forget to mention that Bane can throw that big canister. It does pop off the back pretty easily. And I mean, he looks good holding it. I think the exclusive Bane Big Fig was obviously a huge selling point, but the truck is still pretty fun, and I do really like both of the side builds. I don't think I would recommend picking it up today, though, because even though that minifigure is exquisite, $160 if you live in the US is just too much. I saw one on Bricklink for like $100 sealed in France. If you really like Batman and you like Bane, then I do think it's worth that. But yeah, honestly, I'd say if you can find this set for like 80-ish dollars like I did, that would definitely be the way to go. That's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.